Welcome back to the GE-X1. I am the TheRADIOMAN03, and we are playing Minecraft on the Xbox One. Welcome to episode 46. So glad you stopped by. Last episode, we broke the portal in the Nether, which was a big mistake, and it screwed some things up. But some good came out of the bad. Initially, the new portal is actually right over here, straight down about maybe 20 blocks. It's sitting. Initially, I was going to go ahead and come down this branch mine tunnel that we built so long ago and just kind of, you know, have a rail come down and then turn off here and go down to the portal. But it kind of came to my conclusion that I don't think a second rail in here was going to work very well, and I came up with a second idea. Now, I did extend the branch mine. We do have 10 new tunnels now to work with, which is nice, to go back and get resources and emeralds and things like that, and so I got this all decked out all the way down. So it's quite a bit longer. It's actually twice as long as it was before. So that's the first good thing that came about it, because I've been kind of trying to push that off as much as I could because I didn't want to do it. We have a lot of resources right now. Up here, what I did was I moved this rail line back, and we now have a nether portal tunnel right here. And this leads to our new portal. I thought, why build down there when I can just... I'm going to go ahead and push these carts back together again. This is kind of weird. Stop moving around. Stay put. There we go. I thought this was kind of an easier solution. Instead of, you know, building a rail and everything else, we'll just build a nice nether tunnel. I did the quartz just like we did the chiseled quartz in the nether on the portholes that we put in. And then I just made it look like the nether. I used nether rack and I used lava, and we're going to take a walk through there right now. But this is the solution I came up with for our portal troubles. Oh, before we go in here though, real quick, the other portal does link up now with the portal that we have in the porthole in the nether hub. So that is still a viable portal, and sometimes I use it, sometimes I don't. I've been trying to get used to using this one instead because I enjoy the tunnel. Now, I considered putting a rail through here, but then I thought, you know what? I kind of like my GE-X1 hallways down here in the mine, and I don't mind running them. Plus, right about here is where we lose the effects of our beacon. Right about here. So it's really not that far. Now, coming through the portal back to the GE-X1 mine, we do have to go through, and we come out right down here. But this is how the tunnel looks so far. Very simple, very basic. I may do a little more decorating in here. I'm not too sure. But we have the lava for the lighting. That's spaced every 5 blocks. And then we have just a little bit of nether brick fencing to kind of secure that lava in place. Granted, we don't need that there, but I thought that added kind of a nice little flavor to the hallway. And then we did the slab floor, which is pretty customary throughout the GE-X1. And now, so if that's our portal, our new portal that leads to our porthole in the nether hub. It's really tough to say all this stuff. But let me take you for a little walk around here now. Okay, that's how our portal looks. This portal is... Jeez. We got slimes, magma slimes everywhere. This is how the new portal looks right here. I just did some quartz slabs on there, on both sides of it. It looks the same on both sides. Boom, just like so. With the... lights right at the base of it there, so it shines nice and bright in there. And then I redid the stairways. I used the glowstone and then slabs instead of the white quartz. The white quartz was just not quite right. And then I added white quartz on the bottom of these posts right here. So I thought that turned out really well, and we have 3, which are identical, of course. This one I think I'm going to go ahead and put the furnace materials in and some chests in. This one down here, as I mentioned last episode, will likely lead right out to our pigman farm, which is going to be pretty much straight out right here. There is land, as you can see on the left side of the screen right now. There's a little bit of land over there, so we want to watch out for that. We don't want to get too close to that, and there is land right here. So it's not going to be the most efficient pigman farm, but while we're here, it's going to be working, and we will be getting gold nuggets for the potions that we'll need in the future. Over on this side, we had this one a much larger porthole in the side of the GE-X1, but it wasn't finished, and we didn't do any work on it because I broke that dang portal, and it kind of screwed up the whole episode for me. Anyways, this is how this looks. I did a glass floor with a glowstone underneath there just so it lights up nice and bright in here, and then I used lots and lots of glass in here. Oh, look at that. We're missing a glass pane right there. I did not even realize that. Let's grab a glass pane real fast. This stuff you see in the main hall here will not be here anymore. We will move this out of the way and get rid of it completely. We are going to do a Wither boss fight, and I'll get to that in just a second with you here. Boom, there we go. That's perfect. Okay, so now we have our enchantment room, because when we are up in the farm up there, when we get our XP, we can come down here and we can enchant things, repair things, whatever it may be that we need to do. We have that ability in here now. But I hope you like how the enchantment porthole turned out. I think it looks really good. This, as you can see, is really whittled down a lot now, a whole lot. Actually, I've started to let the lava come in a little bit over on that side right there, so we're nearing the end of tearing that island out. Let's take you upstairs next. I want to show you what I've done up here. Not a whole lot, but we do have some progress up here, and I want to show you the game plan. As I mentioned last episode, I wanted to make sure that we had a little more space up here. Oh boy, we got guys all over the place up here just waiting to kill us. I need to slab this. I have not done it. All I did so far with this area is what you see right here. Is I moved the walls, added some torches up here, but I need to slab it so stuff does not spawn in here, and we'll take care of that as well. Yeah, you need to die as well. There we go. Come on, come on. Die, 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 die. There we go. Very, very loud up here, and lots of mobs are spawning up here. If you remember, our room was limited to this area right here, just this little area right here, and I wanted it to be bigger. So what I did was I just simply... Let's close this up. Let's get rid of this guy too. Should be a little bit quieter. All the blaze and stuff are up on the second floor. Look at that. Look at what's going on up here. It's crazy busy. But I wanted this whole area now to be our landing area when we come up the walkway from the nether hub. And what you can see here is we have a tube now running up into the nether ceiling so that we can create a Wither boss kill chamber. And I've got that started. I'm hoping it's going to work. I've tested out a few times in one location, and then I had an issue where the Wither actually spotted me and managed to break himself free from the area that I had him contained in. So I want to go up there. I have, what do I have? 3 nether stars right now set up in our end chest. I'll show those to you in just a second here. We're on our way over there right now. I've not replaced the cow yet. But we have 3 stars right now. I have 3 skulls. I have 4 sand on me. I also brought some strength potions with me as well. We have 1 wither skull left, and we have 2 on display at the GE-X1 mine. So we actually have 3 more, and I can get more of those like crazy. It's gotten real easy to do that. Over here, we are cooking up a ton of netherrack, and this is all from digging upstairs, where we're going to put in the wither boss kill chamber. So this is how I've been running it, just with lava, and the lava I'm actually getting back on the overworld and bringing it to this location. Now, before I go upstairs here, I do want to clear some of this stuff out. I didn't realize it was getting quite so full. So let me take care of that, and then I will be right back, and we will go up and take a look at the next step of what we're doing here in the nether on the GE-X1. Alright, that takes care of that. We've got some nice nether brick going right now. Tons of netherrack going on right now. These chests are all full. The hoppers are full. And so we've got a lot more cooking, and I didn't quite empty all those out. Let's go on upstairs, and I'll show you what we got going on up here and what my ideas are for this. First of all, this glass tube is only a, it's a 4 square like this. I want to do some brackets that come around the outside of this, just to give it a little more structure as it goes up into the nether ceiling, and it'll also look a lot cooler as we look at it from the different locations on our nether hub. So this is going up. As you can see, I've been whittling away now at this island right around the base of the nether hub. We've got some quartz sitting there that needs to be chiseled out, and so on and so forth. But this tunnel is really awesome, and I really enjoy going up and down, and I'll catch myself just sitting here watching the nether go by. I think it looks really cool. It's quite the sight. It's quite the sight. Alright, this has been a real challenge up here, and I still am wondering if I have it quite right. I do not know if I do or not. I've actually done a lot of digging in here. Let me show you something here real quick. Looking for the location. We had this all dug out. Oh, there's a ghast spawned in here. We don't need him hanging around in here. And then we have a magma too. This whole area is going to have to be kind of sealed up again, because initially I had our wither kill chamber set up. I get everybody? Yeah. Down here. Unfortunately, I don't know what it was, but after doing the 3 bosses, on the 3rd boss, he managed to break himself loose from the area I had him in, and he almost got me. He started to come after me, but fortunately he was almost dead by the time that happened, and I just had to hit him one or two more times, and then he was out. So that's kind of how I worked that. So it made me think, okay, what do I have wrong? And the trick is that you got to have a 3x3 area in the bedrock, in the ceiling of the nether. Well, I went back, and the guy Panda, I watched his video again, and he has a 3x3, just like this up here. And he said some of the blocks aren't exactly flat like these are up here, but he says that shouldn't matter. Well, this is the same kind of kill area I had originally, but the Wither managed to break himself loose and try to come after me. So I actually have this area here, and we are going to, his head, what it is you get an area like this put together. We'll just use the sand to get up in here and take a look. Am I right? Yeah. So if you look at where the piston is, boom, we're going to build our Wither right on top of this piston. And then his head is going to get shoved up into this block, and it's going to come out on top of here. Let's go on up in here and take a look. His head will then come up and be up right in this void right here. This is our little air void for him to be in, okay? So that's exactly how I had it set up the last time. Like I said, I don't know why, but he managed to pop himself loose and come after me. So I'm hoping that this is going to work better this time. I've got 3 blocks here, and this is, of course, this is a void up here, but he's going to be up in that area. Then we have 3 across here, and then we have our 3 back here. Our 3 back here as well, our 3 bedrock. Okay, so that's one area I found. And it took a long time to find these areas. I finally hit an area that had some decent bedrock going on. Here is our second area. Again, we'll have the piston here and the lever here. Just go away. I need to slab all this stuff so we stop having mobs spawn in here. So again, this is the block where the head is going to be, the Wither Boss head, and then if you come up this way, we have a void up in here as well, where his head will be up in this area right here, and it should be fine. It should be fine, because we have 3 bedrock up here, we have another 3 bedrock here, and so it's a 3, 6, 9, 3, 6, and 9. So I'm thinking this is going to be okay. To be on the safe side, what I did was I brought some strength potions too, just so I can kill him really, really fast. So without further ado, let's give this a whirl and see how it turns out. With me, you never know how it's going to turn out. You just never know. Alright, we take our strength potion. This is going to add a lot of damage when we fight the Wither. 2 and 3. We pop that, we shove his head up into the bedrock. He is going to do his explosion thing, and hopefully we can just tear him down really fast. Oh, that's working pretty good. We may have found our spot. Sorry it was so loud, but there you go. That is the gist of it. So with the strength potion, it makes it go even faster. I think I probably could have used just a wood sword and done it that way, but I wanted to make sure that I took him down quickly this time so that we didn't have any issues. Now, in terms of taking this and turning it into a Wither Boss kill chamber, I want to, since he didn't cause any damage this time down here, but he did cause damage back in the wall, I think what I'll do is I'll try to move this wall out a little bit on both sides and just make the room a little bit larger, and then turn these into pads, this one here especially, since we know it works. And I'll work on getting some more Wither Skulls as well. And then we can do another one over on this side here. And that would be excellent. Very nice. It looks like he may have caused a bit of damage back here as well. I didn't see that happen, but I think when he turned sideways, he was able to shoot out through here down into the wall. So it looks like he caused quite a bit of damage there too. So I don't know if actually constructing a Wither Boss kill chamber is such a good idea. We may just limit it as that, and maybe work on the entranceway to it and leave it at that. I don't know. I do not know yet. But this has worked out really well. We now have 4 nether stars, so I've got 4 more beacons. We can have one down in the branch mine. Let's take a look out here real quick. Look at our gas floating around. Pretty cool, huh? Really cool. And if we add a little more structure to this, I think I'm going to add struts every 10 or 20 blocks going all the way up, so that it's got just a little something that looks like it's holding it in place. But yeah, it's really a nice view of our nether from up on this tower that goes up into the Wither Boss Kill area. And yeah, so I think we're doing pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty darn good, actually. Pretty darn good. Wasn't sure if I was going to talk about this or not, but the last video didn't get a whole lot of views, a lot less than normal, which I thought was kind of unusual. But I think some of you are a little tired of us working in the nether. I'm really enjoying being in the nether, as I've mentioned in the last video, which some of you may not have saw. Is that this is something new for me, and it should be, I would think, new for a lot of folks as well, to come into the nether and try to tame the nether. It's really very exciting and a lot of thrill for me, and I'm really enjoying this challenge as well. So I'm just taking my time and trying to do it right and make it look good. We're going to do some work on that, of course, and get that all cleaned up, as well as up in the Wither Boss Kill Chamber area. And then we have to do the tunnel that comes off of here that runs to the Pigman farm. And then I want to decorate, of course, the landing pad up at the top of this. But that is just about it. The Pigman farm is not going to be very big. I just want something that's going to, on a regular basis, have pigmen falling off and providing me with the gold nuggets for the gold carrots and the melons and so on and so forth. So it's not going to require me to do a whole lot of slabbing of the area and cleanup of the area. I think that's not going to be an issue. I'm not worried about how many pigmen are going to be spawning in the farm. As long as we have some in there, I'm going to be happy with that. And as long as I've got some gold nuggets going into chests, I'm going to be happy with that. I don't need that many gold carrots anymore. Being invisible isn't all that important anymore in the nether, because we do have quite an area where we can, you know, move about safely in. The only time I'm going to need invisibility in a while here is when we go out into the nether itself to, you know, get quartz or glowstone or whatever it may be. So we're nearing the end of when I need those particular items. And yeah, so I think we're doing really well. I hope you think we're doing really well. I'm really enjoying this. I don't have any glass block with me here. Let me grab the materials real quick. I want to get our last beacon in place, number 4 beacon. I'll be right back. Okay, gathered up our materials. There is our beacon. Let's see if ooh, sounds like we got ourselves a thunderstorm going on. Is it dark enough for us to sleep? Oh my goodness. It's coming down pretty hard. Yeah, sun's just went down. Let's sleep real fast and get rid of that thunder. It's going to be very loud, because you know me, I like to play with my sound up. And rise and shine. Another beautiful day has begun on Minecraft. Indeed, another gorgeous day. All right, let's get this beacon set up. I think we're going to be okay. I think I've got a big enough platform to be able to do all 4 of these. We get rid of that and pop that sucker in there, and boom, there's our quad beacon. What are we missing right now? I think, what do we have on here? We have speed, haste, jump. So strength, I think, is the last one we want in here. I think we have to hit strength. Do that and hit check mark, and there we go. We have strength now as well, I believe. Yes, regen, jump boost, strength, haste, and speed all on in the middle of our room. So strength, of course, anything we kill down here is going to be 10 times easier to kill, just like we just did with the strength potion. So it increases the amount of power we have when we kill stuff. Not that we really need strength in here, because we really don't run into any more trouble down here. But, you know, it's always good to have. All right, just a quick update. Let you know that, well, let's see. Let's see what happens here with this. Let's go in here underneath the 2 high. We do have a 2 high area, I think. No, we don't. Not in this area, we don't. I don't think I'm willing to try this. Yeah, I am. Yeah, okay, 2 hits. That's nice. Okay, so 2 hits. Boom, and he's down. So the strength definitely adds to our power here at the GE-X1 mine. Those Endermen like to come into the mine once it starts raining outside. They love to come in. They just love it. Alright, just a quick update for you on the GE-X1 and thanking you for your patience as we work on something that may not be too interesting to some, which kind of surprises me because the Nether, I don't know that there's a whole lot of work on the Nether ever done in videos. But we've got a really nice Nether hub coming along. I hope you like it. Beautiful portals. What turned out to be a major problem at the end of the last episode has turned into actually something I'm really glad did happen, because now we have a really cool tunnel that leads off the mine, leading us to our awesome, Nether hub. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up the video. Just a quick update for you. Like, comment, subscribe, and share. I am the RadioMan03, and I will talk to you again next time.